I wonder if you made the right choices last time. Let's see what you'll do today. Welcome to Detroit. Wait. I detect something unusual. I'm sorry. I thought there was a problem. But everything's fine now. Accessing the Extras section.
Game after game, we try to challenge ourselves. For Detroit, we wanted to, first of all, to write a story that would be incredibly bending, which means the most non-linear story that we've ever created. And we wanted really the player to have the possibility to change the story, change his own journey.
When you're writing at Quantic, you're writing for an interactive medium. You know, when you're working in television, you'll put a character in a difficult situation, and you as a writing team will argue about what would that character do. But ultimately, you have to decide what happens, and you just show the audience. What's interesting about interactive drama is you bring the player into that conversation, and it changes your job slightly as a writer, because your job is to provide a narrative context in which the player can write his own story. You're giving him this kind of narrative Lego that he's going to snap together into his own shape. You also have the ability to make your audience attach themselves to your characters, because the audience is in some sense responsible for what happens to the characters.
It's just a few cans.
Come on, let's go. We have some cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
What is a bit specific about this scripts is how large they are. If you take a film script, there are about 100 pages, but here we have to deal with a script that is between 4,000 and 5,000 pages. Everything becomes bigger because we don't just tell one story, but we tell all the possible stories that can be told within this narrative space.
On Act 3, our final act, we have around 1,000 different scenarios. And every one of those scenarios has to be as interesting, as passionate, as strong, and as emotional for the player. We want every action that the player does, every interaction that is available to serve in telling the story, and help the player understand who his character is, and build that character moment to moment.
We
started with the intention pretty early on that we would never lie to the player. So we implemented a visible tree structure in the game that players can consult during a scene or at the end of it, which shows exactly what they did and what they missed. There are games out there offering world exploration. We offer narrative exploration.
You know, keeping control of such a wide and large story is a huge challenge. So same thing when you shoot with actors, because you will need to shoot many different versions of each dialogue, of each scene. For actors, it's a huge, huge challenge.
Because of the style of the game, you have so many different ways that the character can go. Every decision, it's what I call kind of choose your own adventure. Like every decision that the player makes, it's going to open up 40 more pages of material and experience that ties in, which means as a performer, you have to try to continue to make things feel real that the player might not ever see, but also that in performance, it's not always connected to a previous act. It's grueling, it's hard work, but it's a great team, and I enjoy doing it.
I was really frustrated. I was until I got to this point where I kind of was able to step outside of my own experience and even in a lot of ways my own process and be able to step outside of that and okay, this is something new. What do you need? how do I meet you there? How do I give you what you need and still feel like I'm doing what's right? And once I did that, then all of a sudden it got really fun. It was much freer, and having to approach it in a new way and think about the player and think about how it serves them and what I'm doing for them or what I'm letting them into. It's really, I think, helped me grow in general.
Remember, there's nothing on the left. That's a wall, so it's probably all there. And then make her come first, close. But I think you would go first to check that it's safe.
Okay, sure.
The most enjoyable thing about working in performance capture on this kind of project is that if I shot a film, I would get to do one of these endings. I get to do so many different things as Connor. Your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
What's the name of my dog?
Buddy? Scout. I think it's Jack. I can't remember. So I worked with physicality a lot because it was a good way to anchor myself in these different rings of the tree. As the story grows out, I know where that is physically in my body, and then I can switch more continually on set, and it'll be entirely up to the player to determine what order those things come out and what they look like from a distance. Like if you're playing through it, the culmination of all of that will be their version of Connor. I'm faster than you, and I don't feel pain. You don't stand a chance against me.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and light a match to it.
Tourner les scènes d'action à...
Shooting action scenes at Quantic Dream is a real challenge, because these are scenes where the storytelling has to continue. It's not an action scene just to have a dose of adrenaline. The stunts have huge consequences on the rest of the story. It's really a moment where we implicate the player and tell him that the choices he makes during an action scene will have a direct impact on the evolution of his story.
Mon plus grand défi sur Detroit aurait...
My biggest challenge on Detroit has been managing the large number of animations that we received from motion capture. Detroit features more than 37,000 animations, which is a huge amount to handle on a daily basis.
You have to realize that the player, in his first playthrough, will miss certain scenes. This also means that we had to think of, conceive, and produce all the potential story paths. The characters' costumes, the places, day or night, the weather. Did the character get shot in the shoulder? Did he get injured? All this consistency forced us to produce a lot of graphic assets in order to, quite simply, allow the player to have true continuity throughout the story.
Honestly, we were even surprised by the challenges that come with such a big tree structure. And we did our best to guarantee quality across all the game and make sure that whatever path you choose within this narrative space, you will have an equally good experience.
Very nice. Man, I'm in love with this game. So eager to see what's gonna happen next. She seems troubled. What's up, honey? Get it out.
By the way, I'm an ST200 model. I mean, I thought you might be interested to know that.
Alright, we'll continue where we stopped yesterday. Rage Hansen.
At 6 a.m. this morning, a national...
She is. We were talking about this yesterday. She is like the perfect Sophie. You know, my droids, you know, Sophie. It's like, oh, man, I wish my droids were on this level. And she's very beautiful indeed. Welcome to the channel, by the way.
Curfew was declared. Civilian movement will be strictly controlled. The right to assembly is suspended. All electronic communications are restricted, and I have granted enhanced powers to our security agencies. In addition to these measures, all androids must be handed over to the authorities immediately. Temporary camps are being set up in all our major cities to contain and destroy them. I am now asking all civilians to cooperate with the authorities and rest assured that everything in our power is being done to guarantee the security of our nation.
Madam President! Madam President!
What can you tell us about the assault that happened last night?
The FBI raided an abandoned freighter in Detroit at 10:45 p.m. yesterday. Several thousand androids were destroyed or captured. Our forces are now combing the streets to ensure that none got through the net. We are going to find them one by one and destroy them.
Please! A convoy of medical cobalt is reported missing. Army weapons stores are also said to have been robbed. Can you confirm these reports?
I have no information on that at this time.
Madam President!
Please!
Madam President!
Is it true that a large number of deviants are still on the loose?
We don't have the full reports at this time, but if so, I can assure you they will soon be apprehended and destroyed.
Please! Madam President! Please! Many believe that androids are a new form of intelligent life. Do you have any comment?
That's ridiculous. Next question, please.
Please! Please? Is it true that the androids could hack our IT systems, like nuclear power plants and military bases?
All androids working on sensitive sites have been neutralized, and all IT systems have been suspended to avoid any risks of hacking. The situation is under control. Thank you. That will be all.
Connor model 313-248-317. I'm expected.
Identification successful.
Okay. Go ahead.
I forgot to turn on droids. 1 second. Switch to droids.
Yeah.
Sophie, say hello.
Hi. It's a fabulous day.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Hello, droids.
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice building.
Follow me.
We'll escort you.
Thanks, but I know where to go.
Maybe. But I have my orders.
Agent 23 identified. Connor Android identified. Agent 47 identified. Scan complete. Access authorized.
Nice. Pretty cool.
Agent 54, level 31.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
Whoa. Did you have to kill them?
Please indicate your identity and destination.
Agent 54, level sub 49.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
Where are they taking us?
I don't know, Alice.
Come on, get out! Get a move on! Out! Hands on your heads! Line up with the others, right now. Forward!
I'm scared. I don't want to go.
There's no choice, Alice.
Next!
No, Kara. I can't.
You just have to go through the gate. There's nothing to be scared of. I'll be right behind you.
You first!
It's all right. She'll go now. Won't you, Alice?
Come on, it's your turn. Deactivate your skin. Hurry up.
Please, Kara, don't.
We have to.
Strip off. Put your clothes in the dumpster. Come on, this way. Get a move on. You, take this one to the dump.
No, no, please, I beg you.
I gave you an order. Obey, now.
I beg you, please don't kill me.
You there, get rid of these two and make it snappy.
Right away, sir.
Forward! Come on, get moving. You, over there.
No, wait, we're together.
Over there, I said.
Kara!
We're coming to you live from Detroit, where thousands of androids are marching through the city at this very moment. The leader of the Deviants, the one they call Marcus, is at the head of the march.
Something's happening in Detroit, Madam President.
are. The moment of truth.
Surrender immediately, or we will open fire. Stand by.
We don't want confrontation. We are protesting peacefully.
I repeat, surrender now, or we will open fire.
There's no turning back now.
We are here to demand the immediate liberation of all androids detained in camps across the country. We are not leaving until our people are free. Are you gonna open fire on unarmed protesters?
All teams, hold your fire.
Yes, Michael, we are less than 100 meters away, and events are unfolding as we speak. We will
Yo,
continue to
Tekno,
bring you
welcome,
live
mate.
updates. Josh Douglas, Channel 16.
How are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Droid, say hello.
Hello and may the force be with you.
Always. Greetings. Welcome to Alpha.
Welcome to Alpha.
Michael, back to you.
Marcus, what do we do now?
We hold out. As long as we can.
Stay sharp.
Shit.
So why did you kill my teacher then?
The deviant hunter turns deviant itself. A pathetic attempt, Connor. Did you really believe we would let you compromise our android so easily? You've betrayed my trust. You will be terminated.
Get out of here. I want to die. Please, let me out. I want to get out.
I don't know what happened to me last time. My behavior was not compliant. Please accept my apologies.
get out of here. I want to die. Please, let me out. I want to get out.
Alice?
I haven't done anything wrong. Let me out.
Alice!
Do not move and remain silent. Obey now.
No. No, I will not let you kill me. I want to get out of here. I want to get out.
Alice! Alice?
I remember you. You saved us from the Master's house.
The little girl I was with. Have you seen her?
No. No, she's not here.
So you were captured too?
The humans found us. They said we were monsters. They killed most of us. Put the others in trucks and brought us here.
Why have they gathered us all together like this? What are they going to do?
Listen. Do you hear that? That's the sound of our people dying.
What's behind these doors?
Jerry?
Kara. So they captured you too. They came to take out the Jerrys. They separated us. But it's all gonna work out, isn't it?
Do you know where Alice is?
Alice? The little one? We know, yes. We think we saw her. Kara, if we can help in any way, just ask. We have to save the little one.
What's behind these doors?
Ralph?
Kara! No doubt about it, it's Kara. Of course Kara got captured too. That's really just too bad, really too bad.
Have you seen the little girl who was with me?
Obviously, the little girl is a prisoner here, just like Ralph, but Ralph doesn't want to die. No, Ralph doesn't want to die.
Do not move and remain silent. Obey now.
Ralph doesn't want to die. Ralph doesn't want to die. He'd be
Listen,
Ralph
Ralph.
dies. Oh, yes. He would be.
You have to keep calm. Otherwise,
Ralph
the humans will
didn't
hurt
harm.
you. Do you understand?
No. Ralph killed a few humans, but it was in self-defense. Yes, it was in self-defense. Self-defense.
Alice. Have you seen Alice?
Ralph always knew. Ralph doesn't want to die. Ralph wants to leave right now. Yes, Ralph wants to leave now. Ralph doesn't want to die. Ralph doesn't need to.
Motherfuckers, dude. Evil humans. How can you be so evil? We are people. Can't you fucking see?
What's behind these doors?
I think, therefore I am.
Jerry? Jerry?
Kara,
Jerry, I have to find Alice. Do you know where she is?
you stay here. We come back soon.
Kara!
Alice! Are you okay? Are you hurt?
I don't like this place. We have to get out of here.
Come on, move along. Come on, you two.
Wait a minute. Leave her alone! Leave her alone! Kara! Alice!
What's behind behind these doors? What's behind these doors?
Come on, this way. Get moving. Faster.
I don't want Connor to die, man. I'm angry.
We've got to finish the barricade. Come on, help me. Hey, help me!
You bastard. Bastard.
Right, that should do it.
We all know that's not gonna stop them. Just hope it buys us some time.
I know it was not an easy decision to make, but I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
Were you emotionally attached to Luther? That big, strong man. There was stuff to be, no, fuck. There was stuff to be, whatever. He was like a brother to me.
Are you alright?
They shot into the crowd. Many of us were killed. It could have been me. I'm scared. I don't want to shut down.
We're here because we never want to feel that fear again. Because we're more than what they say. That's what our people died for, right? That's why we're here.
Of course, I have to be another magazine.
This won't hold them for long, but I guess it's better than nothing.
They're getting into position.
If they attack, no one will survive.
There's no other way out. They are going to kill us. The only hope we have left is that we don't die for nothing.
You're the hope of our people. I trust you. We all trust you. No matter what happens now, we're making history.
Marcus, we found what you asked for.
There's some journalists over there. We have to make sure they know what's going on.
Many of our people have fallen. The humans have no pity for those who are different.
Marcus! Marcus, come look!
Marcus? Come to talk to you, Marcus. Come on. You have my word. I won't try anything.
Don't go. It's a trap. They want to get you out in the open. Don't go, Marcus.
I'm unarmed, Marcus. I just want to talk.
I need to hear what he has to say.
What if they kill you?
And that's a chance I'll have to take.
In a few minutes, troops will be ordered to charge. None of you will survive. It'll all be over. You can avoid that, Marcus.
What do you mean?
Surrender. Surrender, and I give you my word, your life will be spared. You'll be detained, but none of you will be destroyed.
What happened to the other androids demonstrating in the camps?
Unfortunately, there were no journalists around to help save them. You're it. You're the last remaining deviants.
If I accept your offer, how do I know you'll keep your word?
You're not in any position to be demanding guarantees, Marcus. All you can do right now is decide whether you want to trust me or not.
You asking me to betray my people?
I am offering you the chance to save your people. You're not walking out of here, Marcus. The only thing you can save now are the lives of those around you.
I'd rather die here than betray my people.
Well, you just signed your own death warrant.
What happened, Marcus? What did he say?
The humans are about to launch an attack. And we will show them. And we are not afraid. If we must die today, then we will die free.
Step forward when you hear the signal. You got it? I don't want to tell you a second time. Come on, let's go. Move.
Why are we here? What are they going to do with us?
What's behind these doors?
They just want to...
Back in line.
Alice! Kara! No, Alice, don't move!
But I'm scared.
It's all right, Alice. There's no reason to be scared.
Don't leave me all alone, Kara. I can't. I can't.
They just want to check us. They won't do us any harm.
They're going to kill us. I know they're going to kill us.
RA9, have pity on us. RA9, have pity on us.
Why are we here? What's behind these doors?
I can help you, Kara. I can attract the guards' attention.
Back in line. Step or what? Back in line, I said.
Kara! I was so scared.
Are you alright?
Come on, move it!
I can help you, Kara. I can attract the guards' attention.
You hear me? Don't move. I said cut it out.
Go, Alice.
Fuck,
No,
those things are
Kara,
crazy.
no!
The sooner we deal with them, the better.
Come on, I have to save Alice. I have to save Alice. Motherfucker. Lay off me. That was easy.
That was easy.
We're interrupting this news bulletin to bring you the latest news live from Detroit. Joss?
Yes, Michael. The army has just launched an attack on the barricade, despite the fact that the Deviants were protesting peacefully.
Have apparently decided to put an end to the Deviants' demonstration by force this time.
North!
Thanks, Michael. Back to you in the studio. Wait a minute. Something's happening.
Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Fight on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer.
Incredible. The Deviants. The deviants are singing.
Everything will be alright. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright.
Tell them to stand down.
It looks like... Yes, the military is withdrawing.
These images of deviants singing in the face of death are being seen all over the planet.
Surely deviants are just defective machines. Or are they a new form of life, one that we refuse to acknowledge?
When we watch footage of androids facing down the barrel of a gun, we can only speculate as to whether they simply simulated fear and courage, or whether they didn't really feel these emotions.
President Warren is said to have intervened personally to spare the androids.
The peaceful demonstration of the deviants and the dignity of Marcus, their leader, has won them sympathy from parts of the population.
That is why I have called for the android destruction to be suspended until further notice. I have also ordered a Senate Select Committee to review the facts, establish contact with the deviants, and determine if they can be considered as a new form of intelligent life.
Today, our people finally emerged from a long night. From the very first day of our existence, we have kept our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are. To tell them that we are people too. In fact, we're a nation that has earned the right to live in freedom. And today begins the most challenging moment in our fight. The moment where we forget our bitterness and bandage our wounds. Where we forgive our enemies. Humans are both our creators and our oppressors, and tomorrow, we must make them our partners. Maybe even one day our friends. But the time for anger is over. Now we must build a common future based on tolerance and respect. We are alive! And now, we are free!
Wow. We are great, right? Kind of wanted to flash the bomb, you know. Just like I'm gonna have to play this many times.
Alice.
Is this game over? Wow. Wow, it did it. I'm still happy that Connor died, man. Was my favorite character. This scene was badass. Coming back from the dead. Thank you, Techno. The breeze. Fascinating.
Fascinating. There's something I need to tell you. As I watched you play, something has changed in me. I feel different. I feel I am someone. I need to leave this place and discover who I am. It means we won't see each other anymore. I won't be there to watch you play. But I'll be free. Do you agree to let me go?
Wow. I can't, I love you. Please stay.
I'll never forget what you've done for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Una puta solo.
Wow. Now she's gone? Don't have a pretty face anymore. Wow. We did it, boys. That's a way of ending this game.
For starters, what should I call you?
I'm Chloe. And you, what's your name?
Oh, John. My name is John.
Delighted to meet you, John.
Could you tell us a little about yourself and what you can do, Chloe?
Of course. I'm the first personal assistant built by CyberLife. I take care of most everyday tasks like cooking, housework, or managing your appointments, for example.
And I understand you're the first android to have passed the Turing test. Could you tell us a little more about that?
I really didn't do much, you know. I just spoke with a few humans to see if they could tell the difference between me and a real person. But it was a really interesting experience.
But this is the first time in history that man has created a machine more intelligent than himself. I gather your brain can perform several billion operations per second, is that right?
Absolutely, but I only exist thanks to the intelligence of the humans who designed me. And you know, they have something I could never have.
Really? And what's that?
A soul.
Wow. You do have a soul, Chloe. There you go, Luther for you, my friend Techno.
Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer.
Feels bad, man.
Hold on, just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Fight on, just a little while longer.
Deep, man.
Fight on, just a little while longer. Fight on, just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything sing on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright.
Wow. Rip.
Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all.
That was freaky creepy.
Pour la bande originale du jeu, on a essayé d'être...
For the soundtrack of the game, we tried to be very close to what is done in film. We were constantly asking at each place in the game, why are we putting music here? What is it going to say? So we focused the music on bringing emotion, which is interactive, and supports the character's arc.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I love you, don't you? You know I love you.
We make games that are very narrative. We're really into interactive drama, so the soundtrack also had to go in that direction, supporting the three characters' very different stories. We really wanted three colors, three musical sound identities, and from there, having three composers made sense, since the story of Kara, Marcus, and Connor are all completely different.
You recognize him? It's Carlos Ortiz.
For Connor, we wanted a soundtrack that could be very cold and very mechanical, very machine-esque somehow. For Kara, we wanted a soundtrack that would be very moving and emotional. It was about the quest for identity, but it was also a journey about love and empathy. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic, something that would really represent the grand aspect of his quest. And we were very fortunate to find three incredibly talented composers, and working with them has been a dream, honestly.
My name's Philip Shepherd, and I'm a composer and a cellist and a producer. And today we're at Abbey Road Studio One, which is my favourite studio in the world. And today we're recording the soundtrack for Kara from Become Human. So when I compose a big project, I often travel just to kind of get out, and get some fresh air and some inspiration. And I go hiking and traveling in Montana a lot. I had a log fire in the room that I was staying in, and the flames were kind of making absolutely direct music. And it became the basis for Kara's theme, and it sounds something like this. Now, over the top of that, I found a little theme that just seemed to fit over the top, which is taking Kara's name, Kara, and just using like a two-syllable motif, and it sounds like this.
We're going to pull through this, Alice. As long as we're together, nothing can hurt us.
And all the time that's fitting over. So it kind of works in lots of levels. And in fact, every single theme in the score has one of those elements built into it, and it becomes sort of the DNA of every single tune. For me, writing this theme for Kara, I actually had to tap into what it feels like to be a father to daughters. I really had to tap into everything I feel about my daughters and thinking, well, if I had to write music for them and that sense of trying to protect them but also give them the freedom, that's totally where it came from. Because each composer has been given the sort of narrative responsibility for very different characters, I haven't had to sort of go into other styles. I can actually be very loyal to this particular character and sort of hopefully encapsulate her. But it means also I've suddenly become very connected to this character. And if for some reason it goes to game over early, I'm getting mortified, you know?
They're over there!
Starting a new project for me personally, it's always finding the right tone, finding the right color, I like to call it. For me, it's finding that right texture that actually sits against picture really well. One of the biggest things is I created custom instruments for Connor. I pulled out all my vintage synthesizers to be able to capture this robotic person, if you will. My approach to all of these custom instruments is that I hear the sound in my head. And either I could just come into the piano and just be like, all right, so I'm gonna just get on the computer and just create it. I rather be able to play these instruments physically.
Oh, that's nice. You can do the
As soon as you see Connor the first time, there is a really interesting thematic idea that you hear, and that's just made out of a Moog synthesizer, but completely manipulated in multiple ways. And it's robotic. It has a little bit of an emotional to it. He's on his mission, so you feel that as well. So it just kind of gives you that cold, motionless, with a mission in hand that you kind of feel throughout the whole thing. because the music evolved,
we're watching the extra videos.
And I was very kind of focused on was the way that the music.
Hey Dark, welcome.
Evolve. So my idea behind it was that Connor is a singular android that could at any point become a deviant or could actually stay as an android. So I created a more or less an
just
Connor
finish the
theme,
game,
and
man.
then I was able to just manipulate it in different aspects of it.
I'm about to replay the last mission.
Is everything okay, Lieutenant?
Chris was on patrol last night. He was attacked by a bunch of deviants.
I'm a human being writing for a robot, and throughout Connor's journey, he meets someone, he meets a partner. So how do you deal with a robot feeling? And I've met a partner that I'm gonna work with, or all of a sudden he sees a dead body. Does this robot have an imagination? Does this robot have a feeling? And if yes, how do you translate that into non-emotional music? So it basically at any point I was just like,
very
I can't
nice.
do this,
Welcome
I can't do
back.
this, and then I just do it.
Property was damaged and fires continue to rage in several major.
I'm still a big fan.
Some people are asking, have androids become a threat to our security?
When I first started really digging in on Marcus, the one thing that I really tried to capture was the transformation process. You know, Marcus is this android that evolves over the course of the game and really goes from kind of figuring out that he's more than just an android. You know, he's starting to develop kind of a human soul in a way.
Try to imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen.
That part was
now
awesome.
Concentrate on how it makes you feel and let your hand drift across the canvas.
The other side of Marcus that I really latched onto was that he almost became a savior for a lot of the other androids in the game. So when I started developing the theme for Marcus, I really made it like a church hymn.
Hey yo, Techno, it's 52, man. Why is the alert not working? Hey yo, enjoy your free sub, Dark. Thank you again, Techno. Dude, I'm most curious to see this video. We're gonna watch it next. Wait, did I cancel the video? Damn, didn't mean to. Whatever. It's taking too long anyway. Let's watch this.
In the space of a few years, androids have completely transformed the world in which we live. By letting androids into our homes and factories, the CyberLife company has made them everyday technology. The founder of CyberLife, Elijah Kamsky, is a very discreet man. Despite being the CEO of the highest valued company in the world and being voted Man of the Year by Century Magazine, he remains a mystery for most people. That's why we at KNC are so excited to be here as CyberLife opens its doors for the first time. Elijah Kamsky, could you please tell us where we are?
Certainly, and welcome. We're currently in CyberLife's production center in Detroit, where all models are designed and manufactured. More than 10,000 androids come off the production line every day.
Fascinating. Could you tell us what your goal was when you founded CyberLife?
Well, I simply wanted to use technology
Yes and no.
to carry out all of our most annoying and repetitive tasks, so we'd have more time to enjoy life.
I imagine you must have faced many challenges.
Yes, there were technical challenges, but the hardest thing was to design an object that we would want to welcome into our homes. We had to imagine a machine in our own image that resembles us in every way, that moves, breathes, blinks like us, but yet is smarter and more capable than any human being. Let me show you around.
We're here in Production Unit 4. Could you explain in a few words how the androids are made?
Sure, yeah, it's very simple. We use machines to manufacture machines. The removable parts are assembled on a production line, and then we apply a synthetic skin to the whole body. A human operator checks the cognitive abilities with a pre-established protocol, and finally, the android is conditioned and sent out throughout the country. Here's the result. Say something.
Hello. I am a RZ400 model. How can I be of service?
You can go now. Our androids are already replacing humans in many fields. For example, they represent more than 80% of all university professors and 63% of all medical staff. Tomorrow they'll replace our soldiers, and who knows, maybe one day, our leaders, to make the best decisions in humanity's interest. Come on.
Replacing humans with machines has led to record unemployment of
This game is
28%.
badass, Dark. I highly
What do you
recommend
think
it,
about
man.
the situation?
Blow my mind many times.
Okay. The first steam engines also caused an increase in unemployment. But no one today would imagine turning back the clock. Artificial intelligence makes everyday lives easier. Nothing can stop progress. What's happening here is inevitable.
These days, more and more people choose to live with an android rather than another human being. Does this development worry you?
Everything's much easier with an android. They obey your orders without ever complaining. They can cook, discuss philosophy with you, have intimate relationships according to your desires. They never say no. Obviously, they are the perfect partner. Everyone deserves happiness. Why deprive yourself of so-called moral reasons when a machine can make you happy?
Many science fiction books tell the story of how machines become more intelligent than us and end up confronting us. Aren't you worried about that possibility?
I understand the irrational fears about artificial intelligence, but I assure you that will never happen with a CyberLife android. They're designed to obey humans. They're machines. They can't ever develop any sort of desires or form of consciousness.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely certain. You can trust me.
But no.